Hey, how's it going? I'm Nico from Travel and Teach, and today I'm going to talk about English teaching jobs in South Korea. And just a little background on myself, I actually taught in Korea for a year and a half, and I currently work as a placement coordinator since teachers there. So what I'm going to do in this video is just give you kind of a basic run through of what it's like to teach English in South Korea. So as far as the daily schedule goes, most jobs you work about 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and you're teaching roughly around 30 classes per week. That works out to about 5 to 7 classes per day. So for my daily schedule, the first few hours at the school were just prep. So I was getting ready for classes, marking all the assignments, kind of coming up with what I was going to do throughout the day. I would then teach 5 to 6 or 7 classes per day. Each class is about an hour long, however a lot of them are closer to 40 or 45 minutes. And because I worked at a private school with afternoon hours, I had an hour break for dinner. So another issue being a teacher is a lot of people ask about what is the curriculum like. So teaching in Korea is definitely different than teaching in the United States or Canada. As an English teacher in Korea, you are not responsible for a year's worth of lesson plans or curriculum. Typically, you'll be teaching out of a workbook or textbook, and although you are provided with most of the curriculum, you do still have some freedom typically to add a game or activity or tweak things as you see fit. So another thing that a lot of people ask is, how can you even teach English to Koreans if you don't speak Korean yourself? So, number one, most of these kids have been learning English from either primary school or kindergarten. So they have a pretty good understanding of it. And even if, you're teaching kindergarten kids or you're teaching super beginners, the whole point of you being a foreign English teacher is you're there for immersion. They're kind of like your shock therapy, force them to speak English. And you're there for speaking, conversational skills, and writing. More of the technical grammar, that's typically taught by the Korean teachers who can translate between English and Korean. So as far as transportation goes to and from the school, typically your apartment will either be 5 to 10 or 15 minute walk to the school or 10 to 15 minutes via bus or subway. So getting back and forth is pretty easy. Lastly, when you get to Korea, you don't have to worry about being responsible for setting up your own bank account and setting up your own telephone plan. You are not the first teacher to go to Korea, and these schools totally know that. So they don't expect you to be fluent in Korean, and they also don't expect you to know how to navigate the banking system or the telephone system. So once you get there, your Korean director or your Korean coworkers will go with you to the bank, they'll go with you to the telephone store to set all these things up for you. So it's super simple. And especially the bank account, schools will directly deposit your salary into your Korean bank account, but it's super easy to wire transfer money from your Korean bank account to your bank account back home in your country of origin. So hopefully after watching this video, you know a little bit more about teaching English jobs in South Korea. If you have any questions or comments, just write them down below. And if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the like and subscribe button. And lastly, if you're interested in teaching in Korea, be sure to check out the links below.